And again, please silence your phones for the live radio broadcast. We would appreciate that. Something I didn't mention, this is a live video broadcast, and if you want to relive this wonderful Radio Bristol session, which you will, you can go to our Facebook page, WBCM Radio Bristol, share that video, and the whole thing will be live on Facebook. So there you have it.
Broadcasting from the birthplace of country music, this is WBCM LP Bristol.
Live from the birthplace of country music museum. Thanks for tuning in to Radio Bristol. Chris Trulson here with you for another Radio Bristol session. We got a full house today. How is everybody? I said, how is everybody? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. We've got a packed house. I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July, Independence Day. Looks like we got a lot of people taking some time off for the weekend, hanging out with us here at the museum. So welcome. Glad to see you here. Folks from all over the country coming to stop by the museum. First things first, I got a few announcements to talk about. We've got some new programs coming up on Radio Bristol that are launching this July. Next week, we've got Scotty's Tune-Up with Scotty Almany. It's a new garage rock show kind of connecting American roots music into 60s garage. It should be pretty cool. Scotty Almany, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. That starts next week. And then another new show we've got is Mountain Song and Stories, a folklore program that's all about storytelling and connecting Central Appalachian story and song. Should be a very, very cool show with Tony Doman. That is Thursdays at 3 p.m. So keep your eyes out for that. And also, we've got a fun drive coming up in a couple weeks on July 19th and 20th. Our first Radio Bristol fun drive. So we've got some special events surrounding that. Go to listenradiobristol.org to learn more. We'll be talking about that. Some really great sessions lined up for that week as well. And we would love to see Bristol and the whole community support to help keep this station going, because we can't do it without you. So, all right. You guys ready for some music? All right. Well, we've got one of my favorite up-and-coming songwriters. I just think she's a tremendous, tremendous talent. She's got a new record this time last night she put out in 2017. We're going to talk about that as well as some of her new projects coming up. Everybody, please make welcome Esther Rose.
Tell you how to get to a place that I know. Gotta swerve down the curve of an old dirt road. Dogs standing in the dust, chasing cars that pass. Wanna make it up the mountain, better step on the gas. Then the people and the houses start to disappear. Hear the sound of the river means you're getting near. Red dirt on the road and a great big sky. Hope you stop by the store, 'cause we ain't leaving tonight. There's a little river valley near Santa Fe, and the river, it carries my trouble away. Me and my baby, we're getting so blue. you know. Days are hot and the nights are cold. There's bears in the hill, or so I'm told. I walked up a mountain to look at my phone, and I think the mountain lion may have followed me home. Juniper, chamisa, sagebrush, and aspen. I wish we were already driving back again. Turn around the car, we gone the wrong way, 'cause I left my heart in Santa Fe. There's a little river valley near Santa Fe, and the river, it carries my trouble away. Me and my baby, we're getting so blue. The river in the middle taught us all she knew. There's a little river valley near Santa Fe, and the river, it carries my trouble away. Me and my baby, we're getting so blue. But the river in the middle taught us all she knew. How about my great band? Thank you. All right, we're going to send this next song out to our lovely host and friend, Chris Trulison. This song is called The Yard Dance. Scratch chicken, what you missing? I am just a lonely hen. Keep digging through the midden, and I'll find it once again. The old rooster come around when I told him better go. Fancy feathers, he's so proud. Look, he's putting on a show. Scratch chicken, strut chicken, do the yard dance all day long. Scratch chicken, strut chicken, cock-a-doodle daddy, sing my song. Scratch chicken, strut chicken, do the yard dance all day long. Scratch chicken, strut chicken, cock-a-doodle daddy, sing my song. Well, the hen's life is a sad life. Me no farmer steal my own. When I'm laying, he comes a praying, puts his head where it don't belong. Scratch chicken, strut chicken, do the yard dance all day long. Scratch chicken, strut chicken, cock-a-doodle daddy, sing my song. Scratch chicken, strut chicken, do the yard dance all day long. Scratch chicken, strut chicken, cock-a-doodle daddy, sing my song. Well, I live in New Orleans, and I'm going to send this song out to my hometown. This song is called The Lower Nine Valentine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know you got some girls at home. Please make them go away. Clear some room on top the shelf. I think I'm gonna stay. Won't you go and fix that lock, and won't you make an extra key? Hang some curtains on the window and stay at home with me. Be my Lord, nine Valentine. Be my Lord, nine Valentine. Be mine. Said things can't get any worse. Well, I got that lovesick fever, and you better call a nurse. Oh, baby, please don't cry. You know I hate to see you frown. Won't you come a little closer, and I'll turn your damper down. Be my Lord, nine Valentine. Be my Lord, nine Valentine. Be mine. I see you making eyes at me, they're falling out your head. Cancel all your plans because we're staying home in February 14th. Don't mean a thing to me, 'cause every day's a holiday when we're walking on the levee. Be my Lord, nine Valentine. Be my Lord, nine Valentine. Won't you be my Lord, nine Valentine. Be mine. Be my Lord, nine Valentine. Be my Lord, nine Valentine. Won't you be my Lord, nine Valentine. Be mine. Thank you.
It's a live radio Bristol session with Esther Rose, the new record. This time last night. That was Lower Nine Valentine. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah,
What a pleasure.
wonderful music. First things first, introduce your wonderful band. You got some great
We've got
musicians.
Lyle Werner on fiddle. Yes. This is Sabra Guzman from Lafayette. And we've got Greg Butera from Santa Fe.
So folks from all over the map.
Yep.
And now you're originally from Detroit, but you're a transplant to
I am.
New Orleans. I think your story is really interesting from the songwriting perspective. You're relatively new in context of songwriting. You haven't been doing it that long, but your songs are so organic and they come so naturally. Talk a little bit about what drove you to songwriting.
Well, I've always kind of written songs in my head on the go, but I never really took the chance to kind of see and write it down. So that kind of happened in the past 3 years when I started playing guitar. I'm kind of a late bloomer. I took a long time to get to a place where I wanted to learn guitar, but then when I really wanted to learn it, it was like, osmosis. It just came really quick.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, so you were. I was reading about some of your background, and it sounds like you were getting melodies and these ideas in your head, and you were like, well, the only way to really translate these out would be to learn the guitar.
Yeah, I jammed with a lot of bands. I used to play the washboard in blues bands and stuff like that. So I've been playing music in New Orleans for about 8 years, doing like the traditional blues and jazz. But the songs that I heard were kind of a little bit more country when I finally kind of stumbled across some music that I'm obsessed with now, like Hank Williams and old country stuff. I hadn't really heard that growing up, so it was something clicked. You know, I was like, this is where my voice rests, and I like the form of country music. So, yeah.
How about, being in New Orleans, you're in such a hotbed of diversity of American music. I mean, there's just such a wealth of tremendous musicians down there. How was that as far as being there influencing you? Do you think that helped to motivate your this rapid sense of putting a band together and getting it going so quickly?
Yeah, I mean, just like when I bike to work in the French Quarter, I hear so much music like coming from people's houses, rehearsals, people playing on the street. And so there's music around constantly, but also our friendship circle includes people that play music, like the earliest recorded music ever, you know. So like our friends are learning like the Mississippi Sheiks and, you know, like stuff like that. So we're kind of like, I feel like the music that influences me is like a mix of like blues, jazz, and country. Like people didn't really know what kind of music they don't know how to label Jimmy Rogers, because it's kind of like the start of lots of different genres.
Right. It's just music.
Yeah.
Good music.
Really
And
good music.
A cross section of all these great influences, and kind of predates the idea of genre, which I think is such a refreshing thought.
Yeah, 2018 are we in now?
Right. Right. So talk a little bit about this time last night. These are all original tunes, and you've been getting a lot of attention with this record.
Well, thanks to you and people like you that come out, we just, we travel around as much as we can, but it's hard to leave New Orleans because, you're just down there at the bottom of the country, kind of like, it's like you forget that there's a big rest of the country to travel to, so we try to make time to get out of our little scene and do things like this. So thanks to you guys for coming out and supporting us. It's really nice.
And I know through this record, you've been introduced to some pretty heavy hitters. You just recently recorded with Jack White a country duet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jack White heard our record about 2 weeks after I released it and invited me to go sing a song with him for his new album called Boarding House Reach. So there's like a country soul duet. Are there any fans of Jack White? Yeah! He's really an innovative thinker, and being a Detroit-born Michigan girl, it was like the coolest thing to get involved with. So that was really fun.
That's awesome. And you've got a new project. So this came out 2017. You've got a whole new record that you're waiting to put out, right? Mm-hmm. When can we expect that?
Well, I'll email the private link to you so you can rock out in your car.
All right. Well, we'll be playing on. Can we premiere it on Radio Bristol, please?
Okay, maybe.
You're like, no.
But it's going to be out soon, like probably, in the next month or two, just doing the finishing touches.
Nice. And again, folks, if you're just tuning in, we're with Esther Rose out of New Orleans. For more information, estherrose.net. The latest record, This Time Last Night. We really appreciate you guys being here.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
stuff. Would you play us a few more tunes?
Sure.
All right, Esther Rose, everybody.
Just a dream. She got the moves downtown, gonna move downtown. Shake it all around, shake it all around, shake it all around. We could be so free under the money tree. Dollars grow like leaves, but it's just a dream. under the money tree. Dollars grow like me, but it's just a dream. All right. We're going to play the title track of our CD called This Time Last Night, and thanks again. Two chairs in the kitchen, two cups in the sink, candle wax is dripping, and the sky is turning pink. You were sitting at my table and drinking all of my wine. Darling, this time last night, you were mine. Days they are repeating, as days they tend to do. Your memory is fleeting. Oh, my man, I'm missing you. I walk down to the corner and I'll purchase number 9. Darling, this time last night, you were mine. You only hurt the one you love. Some people say that's true, but now I know you only hurt the one who's loving you. Raining in Louisiana, the river it will rise. Darling, this time last night, you were mine. You only hurt the one you love. Some people say that's true, but now I know you only hurt the one who's loving you. Sitting at my table as the stars begin to shine. Darling, this time last night, you were mine. Darling, this time last night, you were mine. Thank you.
Live radio Bristol session with Esther Rose. For more information, visit estherrose.net. The latest record, This Time Last Night, available now. Beautiful, beautiful music. Thank you guys for coming through. We really, really appreciate it. Safe travels on your tour, and we look forward to the next record. Folks who are tuning in, we've got Rich Kirby coming up with Old Kentucky Bound, all Kentucky traditional music coming your way in just a few minutes. And a few other things. Farm and Fun Time for July is sold out. We just put up tickets for August. We've got Jesse Leger coming through, as well as Shay Appalachia. Should be an awesome, awesome show. So go and get those tickets while they're available. Farm and Fun Time. ListenRadioBristol.org. Huge thank you to our in-studio audience. A whole bunch of people coming out. Have yourself a wonderful, safe weekend. We appreciate you tuning in to Radio Bristol. Chris Trulson signing off. Folks, Esther has CDs for sale.